How's it going, everybody? This is INED Coder. Thanks for joining us once again. We have some breaking information coming right at you. We're delivering another great Quniverse news edition. So at this point, what I would like to do is just go ahead and jump right on in. And right now, we're going to send it over to Spec. Go ahead, Spec.
Thanks, Coder, and welcome to Quniverse News for this Tuesday, March 27, 2018 edition. First up, we've got Get Out, 60 Russian diplomats expelled. 14 members of the EU have decided to expel Russian diplomats over the Sergei Skripal case, European Council President Donald Tusk has confirmed. It comes despite zero evidence proving that Moscow was responsible. And in retaliation for that, we saw later in the day that Moscow won't leave the provocative acts against Russian diplomats unanswered. The Foreign Ministry said they added that several countries blindly copied the UK's hypocritical stance on the Skripal case in the absence of evidence. So the tit for tat continues. And as we check on Patrick Tucker's tweet here, this is breaking. U.S. to expel 48 Russian embassy workers in D.C., 12 at the Russian mission to the UN. U.S. says they were intel officers using diplomatic status as cover. Don't forget to check the links below and read more on the stories. Tenacity.
Thank you, Spectre. To continue on our story from yesterday with the fire that happened at the mall in Russia, we actually got a hold of a very exclusive information video, specifically in Archie News. We're going to share with that just for a moment. As you can see, it was quite a bit of a tragic fire. There was speculation that either a child was playing with matches or lighter, but more evidence is coming out as it seems to be leaning to our electrical fire. Later today, we had quite a bit of folks coming, families, friends, and supporters from all kinds coming to Russia to pay their respects. And currently today, they're reporting that the numbers that reported yesterday are up to 64 that are now confirmed dead, and still others are missing, as well as a number of children. One of the things that has really disturbed us about this story is that now that the information is coming out, witnesses are saying that the fire alarms appear to have been silenced, as well as many of the doors were locked when the blaze at the actual Russian shopping mall was just filled with children as well as their parents on the first weekend of a school recess, ultimately killing the 64 people there in Siberia. Again, lots of people, lots of prayers. That also, as we reported yesterday, there are some 200 animals that were also taken in this fire. So we'll continue to report. We look for that you look into this as well. We'll cover it and keep you posted. Thank you so much, and we'll turn this back to Spec.
Very good. Next up, flash down to Venezuela here, where we continue to see inflation surge to a new high of 8,321%. Wow. Steve Hankey over at Zero Hedge reported on the 22nd that the Bolivar's demand and supply fundamentals point to the source of the Bolivar's recent temporary strength. It's tax season in Venezuela, and people pay taxes in Bolivars, so there has been a seasonal increase in demand for Bolivars. All this comes, folks, as the cryptocurrency is launched, and at the same time, we get to see the Bolivar continue to inflate, and at the end of the day, socialism still sucks. Next up, faces of Facebook. More time needed. So if you've been paying attention to the news as of late, we continue to see Facebook and their demise in the news. And we also see more stories along those lines will be coming. And we're working on a huge exclusive story coming in the near future. But today, one of the highlights was that the FTC has confirmed the creation of a non-public probe into Facebook's privacy practices. And also, German Justice Minister Barley says sanctions should be levied at the EU level when considering the data compiled by Facebook. You can follow those links there to check out the rest of the story. In the meantime, Mark Zuckerberg's net worth continues to go down. Boy, guys, I don't know about you, but maybe we need to take up a GoFundMe collection for this guy. Next.
Thanks, Beck. Police are investigating, or had investigated, a suspicious letter outside the federal courthouse in Orlando, Florida. A small plastic bag containing white powder was discovered Monday afternoon during a scheduled trial. After an hour of investigation, the letter was deemed non-hazardous and an all clear was given. Interestingly, on trial at the same courthouse is Noor Salman. She's the wife of Omar Mateen, the Orlando Pulse nightclub shooter. Now, Ms. Salman is currently on trial for aiding and abetting her husband and obstructing justice by lying to FBI investigators. Also today, independent media shed light on new information regarding the 2016 Orlando Pulse nightclub shooting. You can check out the links to the left. We learned today that an important fact has been withheld from the defense attorney for Noor Salman. The fact is, Sadiq Mateen, the father of the Orlando Pulse shooter, was a confidential informant for the FBI for 11 years. This information comes from an email that was sent by Assistant U.S. Attorney Sarah Sweeney. She explains that Sadiq Mateen was an FBI source from 2005 to 2016. Now, Salman's attorney is pushing for mistrial as evidence surfaced that Mateen conspired with his father instead of his wife. Allegedly, Sadiq Mateen used his connections with the feds in 2013 to block an investigation of his son. Add to this a current investigation of Sadiq Mateen for transferring large sums of money to Turkey and Afghanistan. And also noteworthy, he was caught on camera at an HRC rally. So things just aren't adding up, and we kind of have to ask ourselves, guys, was the Orlando Pulse attack encouraged by the shooter's father, Sadiq Mateen? Why has the FBI allowed the prosecution of the shooter's wife, Noor Salman, knowing there was a connection between father and son? So the thing is, guys, they knew. Local officials and FBI were aware of the perpetrators before these mass murders occurred. And the further away we get from these incidents, the more we learn that local officials and the FBI failed to do its duty. Next up is Odonata.
Thanks, Juniper. Well, more suspicious packages today in D.C. A senior defense official told Fox News on Monday that multiple suspicious packages containing explosive materials were sent to at least 3 installations in the D.C. area. Officials reported that a suspicious package was received at the National Defense University on Fort McNair in southwest Washington, D.C. at around 8:30 this morning. The building was evacuated, and Army Explosive Ordnance Disposal Team from Fort Belvoir, Virginia, examined the package, which tested positive for black powder and residue. An X-ray of the package indicated a suspended GPS and an expedient fuse were attached. Ultimately, however, the package was rendered safe. At around 11 a.m., Naval Support Facility Dahlgren in King George County, Virginia, also received a suspicious package that was found to be safe. Later in the day, officials at Fort Belvoir said they had also received a suspicious package, but it was rendered safe. Nicole Schwab, a spokesperson for the FBI Washington field, said the FBI responded to multiple government facilities today for the reports of suspicious packages. Each package was collected for further analysis by the FBI. And we've also learned that the packages are being examined at the FBI's field office in Quantico, Virginia. Link, over to you.
Thank you, Odonata. Anyway, on to some news from North Korea. Apparently Kim Jong-un is taking his first ever trip outside North Korea since he became leader to have talks with the Chinese. It's nice to see North Korea entering the international community after years of isolation. And next, we're moving on to the Puigdemont update. The former Catalan president, whose arrest we reported yesterday, will now face a German court to determine his extradition status. He'd been living in self-imposed exile, but had been intercepted yesterday. Protests have erupted all over Catalonia since his capture. And on to Stormy Daniel. So after extensive digging for dirt on President Trump, the most scandalous story the Mockingbird media can come up with is 10 years ago he allegedly had a consensual sex with an adult porn star. Even if this story is true, which is dubious considering the source, who cares? Anyway, over to our illustrious leader, INET Coder.
Hey, thanks a lot, Lake. Yeah, I'd like to first call out some of our Patriot partners. These are out on YouTube, and please go out there and click these links and subscribe. We have We the People 24/7 Patriot Soapbox. They do 24/7 around the clock. And we have Coffee and Freedom. They have a lot of new shows coming out. We also have our friend out in Ireland, Gran Torino. Please go subscribe to his channel as well. We have Dr. Jerome Corsi, renowned author, and he also does quite a bit of Q-drop analysis. And if you're on the Discord, please check out these two servers. We have Name and Shame and Internet Bill of Rights. And going over to the resources, please check out all the resources and check out all the links to all these articles to actually read deeper for yourself. And the meme of the day is a pretty funny one, and hope you guys enjoy it. And moving over to the staff, just briefly, I'm INET Coder. Next in line, we have Breaking Spectre. We also have Juniper, Odinata, new member of our team. We have Red Cord. We have the Missing Link, and of course, Tenacity. And again, guys, we definitely appreciate you joining us again. And till next time,